if you're thinking of running an Alpha course or you have run an Alpha course, I got 5 tips that I use when I run my courses, and they've always been awesome. They're a bit unconventional, but they work. Check it out right here, right now. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Dan Beasley, and this channel is all about inspiring intentional discipleship, helping you go deeper in your faith and living it out in the world today. And that's exactly what Alpha is designed to do, isn't it? It's help people come to faith or go deeper in their faith, and to encourage them through that to live it out in the world today. It's an awesome course. I've run it for the past 4 years, and I picked up some awesome hints to give you to help you improve your course. Alpha do great guidance on how we should run our courses, but I found through running them that some things that we can do just to help improve them. So let's get straight into it. So number 1 is to be open and flexible, and that's throughout the course. If you take the course, there's 3 parts. There's the meal, there's the video, and there's the discussion. So for example, with the meal, there's some times when we were sitting down for the meal and there was just some great discussions going on. You could see the fellowship and the depth of the friendships that were being built up was just really, really important. And actually that enables things in the course like discussions later and being more open. And so I let the meal times go on longer than I should have in my mind, as I always give about half an hour, because there's far too many more important things going on at that particular point. Same with the discussions, being open and flexible in them. Sometimes the discussions went off topic, and if it was relevant and it was important, I was just open enough and flexible enough to let that conversation roll. It was important for the people to speak about things at the time. Don't be so rigid that we have to do this, and so you cut off like important fellowship times or important times where a conversation is going in a certain direction, and actually that's really fruitful. Just because you're saying, look, we're speaking about the Bible here, we're not speaking about an aspect of who Jesus was or something, whatever it is. Being open and flexible in this course is not about us, it's about the people who are coming, and it's enabling them to gain deep friendships with people that are there and being able to come and ask any question that they want. It's a key thing, and sometimes that can be difficult for us, but it's really, really important for them. Number 2 is don't avoid the ethical issues. A lot of people who are coming to the Alpha course for the first time who don't have a faith, or who do have a faith and they've been the faithful who've been in our churches for a long time, don't get to discuss the ethical issues that are going on. Gay marriage, abortion, euthanasia, all these ethical issues that are out there every day that their friends and family and work colleagues are asking them. They want to come to Alpha and to be able to ask those questions. It can be difficult to answer those, and I know Alpha says let the discussion flow between the people, but they see it as an opportunity to speak about those things, and we can have an open conversation. As a facilitator, you can have that open conversation, and it will help them. The people who are coming on the course, I see non-Christians who come on the course and they wanted to speak and understand why Christians hold certain views on certain ethical issues, and the same with Christians who can't really explain in a way to their friends and family or whoever it might be who are asking their response to certain ethical issues, and this is their opportunity to speak about those. It definitely is part of the course because it is part of our life. So don't avoid the ethical issues just because it might be too difficult. It's really important for the people who are attending. Number 3, and this is where Alpha says in their training videos, don't, as a facilitator, answer the questions of the people on the course. Let them have their conversations now. That doesn't just happen. Some people find it incredibly difficult to ask questions. Some people kind of dominate it as well. Sometimes the conversation just isn't there. So by opening yourself up, actually you can facilitate a lot of discussion, and you can help a lot of people by speaking about your own struggles with coming to faith early on in your Christian journey. Some of the issues that you have, where you hold certain beliefs and issues, you can help people by speaking from your point of view. Speaking in love and in truth, Ephesians 4:15, hold that when people want to ask questions of you, do, because I'm a vicar, and of course, being on the course, they always want to ask the vicar the question. I would always throw it back. I would always try to get them to have the discussion, but they will always come to you to ask those questions and want to get your response. Take that opportunity. Don't dominate the conversation, of course, but give them the response. Also, it enables you to do more after. Like say, look, if you want to speak about these things more, then let's go for a coffee, or send me an email with your questions and we can go deeper. You get an idea of what's going on. It's hugely important. Don't throw it back. Answer those questions when they ask you. And then before, exactly following on from that, is to be open and let people have access to you. If you're a facilitator for the course, you're not just there for that evening, for the away day or the away weekend. You are there outside of that course for the 10 to 12 weeks that you are running that course. I always offer people to email me or give me a phone call, send me a text, or take me out for a coffee, or I take them out for a coffee, so we can discuss these issues. Not that many people take me up, but there's some people that do, and we have really fruitful conversations, and it really helps them on their journey, that they can sit down with you over a coffee and speak about some of the issues and some of the wrestlings that they have with coming to faith and with Christianity, and how their worldview is kind of changing, and everything that's just been that they're learning through the course, all the discussions that are being brought up, whatever it is, it gives them a one-on-one access to somebody where you can be open and honest and you can listen to them. So don't just be there for the course, be there for the whole of the course and available to them. That is hugely important, because it builds up the relationship after. It continues, and when some people do become Christians through the course, you are there to be able to walk that journey in those few weeks and months after. And number 5 is incredibly important, and that's just before the video starts, after we've had our meal. I ask anyone if anything's been happening to them in that week, what's happened from the previous, we had our course on a Wednesday to the next Wednesday evening. Has anything happened? Is there anything they want to share testimony wise? And some people do, they come up, and I've heard the most amazing testimonies of, well, I was on the course and this happened at the preceding day, or even that night, or over the weekend, and it's really challenged me, and I want to encourage you to be open, because we need to not kind of be closed mind when people come to our course, but be open, and be open to what God's going to do. We don't know who is going to become a Christian after the course or during the course. We don't know how God's working in their life. We don't know if this is just in a sense a stepping stone for them, and it's going to take them another 5 years. We might think that ardent atheist is never going to become a Christian. They become a Christian after 3 weeks, and someone else you've been walking alongside for like 4 years, you think this is it, it's going to be the point that they're going to become a Christian on the course, and they don't. But we have to be open, and in that openness we have to hear what God is doing in people's lives. So saying to people, please, have you got anything testimony wise, or anything that you think is slightly out of the ordinary that's happened this week? Can you share it? Or tell, if they don't want to share it, and this has happened to me, if they don't want to share it, I said, look, can you tell me, and I'll share it with the group on your behalf, because I think this is a real encouragement, so people on the course understand what's happening through these changes. Not that it will happen to them, but there's an expectation and an openness for them that something could happen in their walk with Christ as it starts out through the Alpha course. It's pretty amazing. Don't let it take a lot of time. Just short, encouraging testimonies. So there are 5, probably to Alpha, a bit more unconventional tips to make your course a bit more awesome, because when I've done that, our course has just grown, and everyone's really enjoyed it and really engaged in it, and the friendships and relationships that have come out of that have been amazing, and I've been able to walk with so many people through being more open and accessible, and speaking about those ethical issues, which are sometimes quite difficult, but they are so fruitful. What do you do? Have you run an Alpha course? Do you agree or disagree? Have you been on an Alpha course and there's something that you've seen that they've done which has been pretty cool? Put the comments below so we can encourage each other, especially those who run Alpha courses, to do more of these things and make it more awesome for the people that are going to come on. Like this video so more people see it. Subscribe to the channel to get more amazing content that's coming out and it's already there. And I will see you soon. Bye.